All right, in this video, we're going to go through episode 4, map 6. So, this is the second hardest map on this entire Doom 1 situation here. So, I'm just going to do this with no monsters so we can just focus on like the routes. And this is going to be about strategy for multiplayer. So we can talk about that too. So this first part, is pretty straightforward. You go in here. One quick tip, there's a lost soul here. If you use a pistol on the lost soul, I found that to be a lot more effective than the shotgun. See, it's just too slow. So once they track you, they're all over you. So I tend to switch to the pistol whenever I see a lost soul. There's two of them up here in the front. And even on Nightmare with the respawns, Lost Souls will not respawn. So they're definitely worth taking out. You don't ever have to see them again. So you've got a couple imps, shotgunners, whatever going on here, health pickup. So just miscellaneous enemies here. You work your way through here. This gets a little bit crazy and so annoying. This thing just seems to always get you hung up. So you just got to be really careful. You just kind of maneuver around. So you want to get out here, and there's like 4 or 5 shotgunners out here. So you want to just sneak out and take them out. Be wary of a couple of Keika demons. There's one back here in the little castle. It's usually blocked in, so it doesn't cause too much trouble. There's another one that comes all the way out of the sewers here and ends up coming over here pretty quickly. So it's kind of a mess. You just take out the shotgunners and hopefully create some infighting. And the objective here is to eventually make your way through this little secret where you just walk through the wall, you grab the plasma, and then you're good to go, with the plasma. So you end up with, quite a bit of plasma, 280 cells there. You can go out here and mop up. There's really not much point in taking out the characters that are inside the castle, right? Because they're just going to respawn. Same thing here. So just focus on clearing this courtyard so the rest of your teammates can end up over here with you. Now, this is actually a safe spot for respawning mostly. So at this point, if you just want to have somebody camp right here, that way folks can respawn. Now be wary that the enemies will not come in here, but they will still see you and they will still attack. So if there's like one of those Keika demons that comes out here, you won't be able to respawn. So you really just got to hang out and hug this wall. And so that way you have one person camped in a safe spot. Meanwhile, another person or a couple people will head over here and keep the courtyard clean and clear out the specters that are in here. Now the thing is, radiation suits. You only get a couple of radiation suits. You really have to use them wisely. So what does that mean? That means one person and one person only should jump down in here, take out the imp, grab the rad suit, and just blast everyone that's throughout here, right? Now, with the rad suit on, if a second person then wants to jump down here and hang out on this ledge and kind of keep it clear, that's fine. Be wary that there is an imp that will respawn right here. There's this crazy shotgunner, like sniper shotgunner from way over there that'll mess people up. All right, so you got one person here, you've got one person back in the respawn, and you've got somebody taking the lead with this rad suit. They're going to jump down here, try to take out some of these shotgunners, everybody on these ledges, and they're going to really come back here and blast these Keikos. So they're going to unload with the plasma rifle. Soon as it's reasonably clear they've taken some damage, do not take that rad suit. Leave it alone. Leave it for later. Come up here, plasma gun blasting, pick up the chain gun, pick up the blue key. Okay, so at this point, now you'll have this Keiko and stuff back here. Now, earlier I said there wasn't any point in taking these folks out. I need to backtrack on that a little bit. Once somebody is on their way over here to get the blue key, yeah, you should be on that ledge over there and clearing this area out so they can just run up here and get the blue key. Of course, you've still got somebody camped out in the respawn spot back there, so not a big deal. Hopefully they have a blue key and they can continue with the rad suit. Hopefully you've got one person standing here helping to clear this area out. And now the lead person here with the blue key comes out, blasts around, comes over here, and with this chain gun out, they want to take out the Spectre and another Spectre, go up here, take out this imp, slide up here and grab the soul sphere. And they probably still have the rad suit active, so that's cool. So come back over here. Again, hopefully you have, one or two people keeping this courtyard clear along with one person back there in the respawn spot. Okay, so now the lead person comes down here, and at this point, they can open up this wall back here, take out the little shotgunner, take out the imp. You've got the chain gun, so, take out another imp right there. All clear. Take out the lost souls back here. Now, as long as you don't open this door here, this is your second respawn spot. So at this point, whoever gets here can hang out here, let the rest of the team catch up. I would suggest that folks try to make a mad dash and somehow get the chain gun. It's probably not going to be feasible though, but who knows? Maybe you can make a mad dash, hit that teleporter, and get the chain gun. So again, just as a reminder, if you want to go for the chain gun, you've got to quickly get over here, bring this side down, and the way this teleporter works is whatever side you have your back towards, that's where you're going to teleport. So you'll end up here, you'll grab the chain gun. That way, even if you die, you can get to the respawn spot, but maybe you can grab that chain gun and make it back here and hang out, whatever. So see whoever can get the chain gun, assemble the whole team respawning back here. Don't open this door, there's no point, and you're just going to throw off the respawn spot if the Demon's hanging right outside. All right, so you got to keep this area clear for the respawn to work. You may have to come around the corner and take out the imp and shotgunner again. So this is the second mostly safe area. Somebody should stay here. Okay, now you've got the blue key, plasma, chain gun. That's cool. Next step, open this up, grab this rocket launcher. There is a Baron sitting right over here. He is deaf, so he will not hear you open the door or grab the rocket launchers. You can get the jump on him. I would switch back to the plasma. I wouldn't use the rocket launcher here because you're likely to blast it in your face with the steps and everything. So what can happen here is folks can one at a time sneak in there without bumping into the Baron. Everybody's got the rocket launcher now. That means one person can go out with their rocket launcher and start clearing stuff out here, maybe over here. Oh, yeah, see, you want to be careful, of course, with the rocket launcher. So maybe just the chain gun or whatever. Start clearing out the enemies that are over here that have respawned. Meanwhile, you've got one person hanging out to hold down the respawn area. And then you've got one or two people finally going to attack this Baron. I would just blast and duck, blast and duck. So you could have one person going back and forth this way, one person back and forth this way. You should still have enough ammo. Otherwise, you can switch to the chain gun. I just wouldn't use the rockets around this area. Okay, so you kill the Baron. You want to hurry up. You got to hit this switch, hit this wall. You've got to mow down everybody else here. Run all the way back here and hit with the blue key. That opens up these bars, and there's a Baron and at least one imp here. You can try to fight the Baron, or really, if you just want to run back here on a suicide run, grab the yellow key. Remember, you're going to respawn back where your partner is anyway, right? So the objective is to grab the yellow key. Be wary of the Demons that'll come up to the window. This window, you can fall. It's a walk-through window. There's no point in going down there. It just causes damage and stuff. There's nothing cool down there, but Keikos will fly through this wall and start attacking. At least one of them will. All right, so there's a whole mess going here. Hopefully you've got, you're taking out people here. You grab the yellow key. You've got your friend. That's, you can't see it from here. The little area that's kind of in the wall there. They should be taking people out. So you need a few folks to just be cleaning up these areas. Now, you've got the yellow key. You've got, oh, you can't go back that way. You've got the yellow key. You've got this area reasonably clear. What's next? Remember that rad suit? Now, again, you've got the safe person there, you've got somebody hanging out there, keeping things clear. So you're going to make a mad jump for it, grab this suit. Probably want to take out the Keikos and just wreak some havoc down here while you can. Keep everything clear. Now, what's next? You want to hit this, and you want to remember you're going to teleport wherever you have your back towards. So you're going to end up back here. So this is to get your bearings. That's where you just got the blue key. That's where your associate is, somewhere back there blasting people. So you're going to come back here. There's going to be Keikos and stuff back here. You've got the chain gun and a bunch of bullets. So pick this up, take out the shotgunner, start firing rockets down here, take out those Keikos, walk over here and wake up the Keikos so you know where they are, start taking them out. Rocket, rocket, rocket. At this point, man, it's kind of tough because how are your other people going to get to you? So it's really just a solo show from here to this point at least. Okay, so you got to take all this stuff out. That safe area, that the pretty person's got to pretty much stay over there and try to keep that safe area on tap, and then you've got somebody on point over there. It's really, I mean, if you can get out here and help, that's fine, but it's just very difficult to do any coordinated teamwork. All right, so once you start clearing this area out, I mean, you're well armed at least, and hopefully you have reasonable health. When you walk over, where is it? Somewhere here. Oh yeah, this thing opens up. I can't remember. You just have to step somewhere here. It'll open up. It's not that hard. So once you take this teleporter, hopefully you still have your rad suit up. But as soon as you come over here, there's shotgunners and stuff, start mowing people down. Hopefully you've taken out some of the Keika demons. You can run over here, grab this rad suit, and it may be easier just to fire rockets and get rid of the Keikos. Now, at this point, you have the yellow key, so as you can imagine, open this up, blast the imp, recharge your health, hit this switch, and that brings down those yellow bars that were over there, okay? So at this point, just take this teleporter. You end up back here. Remember, there's a shotgunner that might respawn. Take him out. But you can see that this is now open. So now you can take this teleporter and you're going to end up down here. Remember where you were firing rockets from that room? Now you're back here. So, you can go through, there's Keikos, all kinds of mess down here, rockets, plasmas, stuff like that. Again, if you can get one or two teammates to follow you this way and end up over here, I guess, but this is where it gets really tough to do coordinated damage. There's so much damage everywhere. By the time, if anybody gets here, they have like 10% health. You come back here, there's another Baron you got to fight, so hopefully you still have rockets, blast them, take them out, and of course get the red key. Okay, so you've got the red key now. Now, here you got to wait a minute because what's happening is this whole area is that's the good news. You have these areas you can walk around. At this point, your teammates they don't have to jump into the radiation and take damage and you can walk around here. The bad news is there is now going to be a cyber demon where all those dead space marines are, and he's going to be ready to blast you. As soon as you come over here, you cannot hesitate. You have to run, and you're still probably going to get splattered by a rocket, but you got to do your best to try to outrun that and end up over here. There's no way you can hesitate. So now you've got the cyber demon hanging out there. And your friends now can join you, though, right? You can see how at this point, folks are able to maybe get together, but you got to keep that person in the safe area. Like you got to keep somebody's got to stay back there. That's still your home base and still your safe area. But what's cool, I'll show this here. Once you get those ledges up, see, look at all that damage from the radiation floor. So once you get that, so let me go back here to the safe area, right? Once you respawn here, once those ledges are up, you do have an opportunity Well, not necessarily from here. You do have an opportunity to you can try to go this way, but remember the Baron is going to be there. You don't want to mess with those Barons, right? So that's not that great. If you go here, you've got the Imp and you've got a bunch of Keikos. So again, it's just tough all around. But theoretically, you know what? It's still I guess yeah, theoretically you can run over here and end up on this ledge. Oops. Let me just go ahead and put the God mode on. Shoot, that doesn't even help me, does? Oh yeah, it does. Okay, I can still get out of here. All right. So again, I don't know. Like once you get the ledge out, it's conceivable that the teammates can get back together. But unfortunately, you've got to keep that safe area, and every time you respawn, it's hell to just get back here. Anyway, you've got the red key now, so you take this teleporter. Of course, your friends are going to be back, right? Everybody you just killed is respawned. You've got to come back over here, hit this, kill the imp. At least you get another rad suit here, so if there, you could fight for a little bit and clear a path. There's another rad suit back there. Okay, so now you have hit the red switch. Now the bars are finished. So you teleport back here. Again, this shotgunner is probably going to be there for you, but you can go over here now and grab this BFG. Remember, the Baron is going to be right there, though. So again, you got to watch out. You can just make a mad dash and just do this. Now, check this out. Where are you now? Remember the Cyber Demon? The Cyber Demon is right here. You've got BFG and you've got the Cyber Demon. Okay, you this is this is where it gets also still tricky. You can try to make that jump right into there. Probably not going to make that jump, right? But at least you've got the See, I missed it. I was very close. So if you don't make that jump, then you're going to want to pull this teleporter down and teleport back to where that blue key is. Now remember, he's right there. He's got a clear shot on you. So that's also really bad. At this point, you're taking damage. I don't know. I mean, you're still going to take damaging floor. What your objective is to come back here with your BFG and right there, take this invincibility. There's one and only one. Once you get this invincibility, you got to clear out this area. There's like 3 or 4 Keikos and stuff. So even just getting here. But once you get this, then it's over in a good way. You grab that, you go over here, and now remember the cyber is right there, okay? So you're going to go to this teleporter, and remember the teleporter takes you wherever you're backed up. So now you go here, you can now run in here, and you've got extra energy packs. You got plenty of energy cells and invincibility. So you blast the cyber demon, and then when the cyber, that's how you exit the level. You got to kill the cyber, and there's the exit there. So again, it's really difficult to really coordinate the team stuff. There's no other safe areas. You have to go all the way back there um, if you die. Everything else is just radiation all over the place. If it wasn't for the radiation, this level would of course be a lot easier. So that's it.